9 months into the Russia-Ukraine war, and it looks like President Zelensky is in the mood for quote-unquote genuine negotiations with Russia. Given that the war was an expensive affair that cost Kyiv a lot of its infrastructure, people, and territory, President Zelensky's conditions in themselves aren't a surprise, but they are far lighter than his earlier stance. What is interesting is the time and context in which this call for negotiations has come. From speaking about the impossibility of holding talks just 2 months ago to now listing not one, not two, but all of 5 conditions Ukraine is hoping to get Moscow on the negotiating table. President Zelensky, in a video message on Tuesday, listed 5 conditions that have to be fulfilled before the two nations sit for peace talks. The 5 conditions are restoring territorial integrity, respecting UN statute, paying off all damages caused by war, punishing each war criminal, and guaranteeing that this won't happen again. These conditions mark a significant shift in Zelensky's approach. You see, earlier, Zelensky's position was that he would return to the table only when Putin would be overthrown as president of Russia. The Ukrainian president also appealed to the international community to force Russia into real peace talks, which reflected a change in stance. While the two countries had previously tried to talk it out earlier in countries like Belarus and Turkey, nothing concrete has come out of it. In fact, the Kremlin was unresponsive to Zelensky's demand of a face-to-face meeting with Putin. But here's how things stand currently. Ukraine has lost 4 regions to Russia: Luhansk, Donetsk, Zaporizhia, and Kherson. While it is pushing forward with isolated counteroffensives, especially in Kherson, unfavorable weather conditions have thwarted Ukraine's efforts. But Moscow is having none of this. It will not be easy for Ukraine anyway to get an early positive response from the rival side. In fact, Ukraine has outrightly denied any talks on territorial matters. Earlier, the Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov said that Moscow was indeed open to negotiation, but said that they don't look possible given Ukraine's stubborn attitude. So the ball is still in Zelensky's court. But there's an external factor at play here as well. It is not as if Ukraine's leadership woke up one day and chose to send positive signals to Russia. The US has been a crucial ally of Ukraine since the war began. Washington provided whatever Kyiv needed, from financial packages to military aid. But now it is the US itself that has been nudging Ukraine to call for negotiations with Russia, given how the war has turned into an expensive affair for the West. US National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan reportedly told Zelensky that in order to break the deadlock, Ukraine will have to show that it is open to talks with Putin's Russia. According to CNN, the Biden administration does not want to order Ukraine to come to the negotiating table, but it has done just that. It wants Ukraine to see this as a change in its messaging strategy, and Ukraine has accepted the demand. The USA's demand came in the backdrop of some Democrats and several high-profile Republicans calling for an end to blank checks for Ukraine. Besides, given the midterm results, Biden may not be able to pass billions of dollars in aid to Ukraine as easily as he has been able to for months. So do you think Ukraine's changed stance